What if I told you that Japanese students can memorize entire textbooks before exams, or that Japan consistently ranks among the top countries in global education despite having fewer study hours than many Western countries? Today, I'm going to reveal the memory secrets that Japanese students have been using for generations. These techniques aren't just for getting good grades, they're life-changing skills that can transform how your brain processes and stores information forever. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where we're diving into the fascinating world of Japanese memory techniques. I discovered these methods during my time teaching in Tokyo, and I was amazed at how my students could recall information with such precision. The best part? These techniques aren't complicated or time-consuming. They're simple habits that anyone can integrate into their learning routine, regardless of age or background. The foundation of Japanese learning starts with something called Kyōikumama, or education mother. This isn't just parental involvement, it's creating a dedicated environment for learning. Japanese students don't just study anywhere. They create a specific space that signals to the brain, it's time to focus. This could be a clean desk, a particular corner of your room, or even a specific cafe. Your brain forms powerful associations with physical spaces. When you consistently study in the same environment, your mind automatically enters learning mode the moment you sit down, drastically improving retention. Next is Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous improvement through small, manageable steps. Japanese students rarely cram before exam. Instead, they practice manabu daily, consistent learning in short bursts. Here's how. Study in focused 25-minute blocks, similar to the Pomodoro technique. Take a 5-minute break, review what you just learned during the break, repeat only 2-3 times per session. This approach works because it aligns with your brain's natural attention span. Research shows that information reviewed within the first hour of learning has an 80% higher retention rate. The key difference from Western cramming: Japanese students review material within 24 hours of first learning it, then again after 7 days, creating stronger neural pathway. Japanese students are masters of Zūhyō, or visual mapping technique. Rather than writing linear notes, they create visual networks that mimic how the brain naturally connects information. Start with a central concept, then branch out with related ideas using different colors and simple drawings. The power of this method comes from engaging both hemispheres of your brain simultaneously. Your logical left brain processes the words and structure, while your creative right brain works with colors and spatial relationship. This dual processing creates multiple neural pathways to the same information, making recall significantly easier. In fact, studies show that visual notes increase retention by up to 65% compared to standard note-taking. Japanese students use Kioku Jutsu memory techniques based on association and visualization. One favorite method is the kurikeshi, or repetition with variation. First, read the information silently, then say it aloud. Next, write it down. Finally, teach it to someone, or pretend to. This multi-sensory approach activates different parts of your brain, creating redundant memory pathways. Another technique is monogatari, or storytelling. Transform dry facts into vivid stories by connecting them to existing knowledge or creating absurd mental images. The more unusual or emotional the connection, the better you'll remember it. Perhaps the most powerful Japanese technique is Shutsudai, or active recall practice. Instead of passively rereading notes, Japanese students constantly test themselves. They use blank paper to recreate diagrams, solve problems without looking at solutions, or explain concepts aloud as if teaching. This forces your brain to strengthen retrieval pathways, the exact neural connections you'll need during exams or real-life application. A simple way to practice. After reading a paragraph, look away and summarize it in your own words. If you can't, reread and try again immediately. Research shows this method alone can improve retention by up to 70% compared to passive studying, regardless of subject matter. These Japanese memory techniques aren't just academic tricks. They're based on how our brains naturally process and store information. By incorporating them into your daily routine, you'll not only improve your grades or work performance, but actually change how your brain functions. Remember, create a dedicated space, practice in short bursts, use visual mapping, employ mnemonic devices, and constantly test yourself through active recall. If you found these techniques helpful, you're going to love what's coming next week when I break down the Japanese focus techniques that pair perfectly with these memory methods. Hit subscribe right now so you don't miss it, and let me know in the comments which